We're talking about the Nigerian Stock Exchange. I'm being joined on the program by a stockbroker, Mr. Charles Faguruha. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
So, taking a look at how February trading was done at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, would you say that it met your expectations, namely because of the strong economic headwinds that most of the investors had to contend with?
Well, I would say the expectations we were not surprised, but when we started the year, we've just believed that once the fundamentals of the economy does not improve, we don't see any reason why the market will also improve. So we had, let me say, we had a little bit of negativity about the market, but surprisingly, before the month runs out, that was February, we saw some improvement, and we saw the bulls taking control the better part of February. So I would say the market performance outperformed my own expectation.
Well, for some, they said it was just a flash. It was almost like, yes, it was a flash, because we didn't see any much change in the dynamics that totally drive the market. We didn't see any change with regards to fiscal policies, but we also saw that the Nigerian Stock Exchange executive took a very firm decision to try to encourage more domestic participation in the market.
Yes, we've always said that, yes, it's good to have foreign investors, but at the same time, charity begins at home. So all along, we'll be talking about the domestic investors, the local investors, and more emphasis has now been getting in touch with the local investors, talking to them, doing investors education, and we are seeing more and more of them returning back to them. But apart from that, we also saw some of the earnings numbers that came in the month of February, and that probably drove the market, and we saw some of those changes you are seeing that you are calling the flash. Because of course, I must give kudos to some of those companies. I don't want to mention them here, but when their numbers came out, personally, I was not expecting some of them to do what they are doing now. And when we started seeing those figures, we knew that yes, the market, because of that, the market will begin to get bullish, and we saw a lot of them. But at the same time, we also have to look at, once a market is bearish and it is trying to recover, you never know when it's going to recover. So you have to be in the market for you to benefit that recovery. And that is what some investors have done. They were in the market when things were down, and when things are going up, they are benefiting from it.
But at what, how much did the introduction of the NASDAQ platform for trading now kind of affect how you brokers and how dealers actually fell in the market?
Yes, we are talking of the OTC market.
Yes, the NASDAQ platform. You know, there is no competition. It's a different platform for different set of securities. So for me, it's only expanding the scope of trading. It gives opportunity for companies who cannot meet listed requirements in the stock exchange to be listed in that platform. And it gives liquidity and marketability to investors who have such a share. So it goes to improve the awareness of people having shares in such companies that they can trade their shares in this other platform. For me, it's good for the economy, it's good for the stockbroking community, and it's also good for everybody concerned in the capital market. Oh, okay. You're talking about the NASD. What I was referring to was the NASDAQ OMX that was actually launched the collaboration that was done by the NSE and NASDAQ. Yes. So how much of that impacted on the way the market was viewed in February?
Yeah, you see, that platform or that initiative was taken by the stock exchange. The OMS is a platform that was introduced in 2013.
That's the extreme.
That's the extreme. Of course, it's all the package. Now, that platform you will call X-Gen, Extreme, is very robust. And part of it is what we are saying now, the OMS that has been introduced, which will allow surveillance to monitor the markets. Now, surveillance has been doing their best, and we see a lot of work they've been doing in trying to ensure and see that the players, usually the daily members, they play according to the rule. Now, that OMS will enhance their performance, which we have seen. So, traders are very, very concerned. The investors are assured that the market is going to be in fact, it is transparent, it is fair, there is no room for manipulation. So if you are a dealer or you are a trader, you think you want to begin to manipulate the market, the stock exchange is not where you should be, because with that initiative, trading is being tracked, and if a pattern is discovered that something is happening, then of course the surveillance people will get it noticed, and those involved will be called to book.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Fahra, for coming on the show this morning. We'll take a very quick break and we'll come back and take a quick look at some of the other markets we track here on the show.